One of the top reasons people move to Charleston is to be close to the beach, right? Because sure, everyone wants to be close to the beach. Who doesn't want to be able to just pop over to the sand on a Saturday afternoon without packing like they're going cross country? But, and here's the kicker, not all beach adjacent living around Charleston is created equal. Some areas are going to cost a fortune and others are more reasonable, but you're going to be giving up either space, time, or sometimes sanity.
Anybody?
So we're going to talk through the towns around Charleston where you can live within about 30 minutes of the beach. This is one of the top questions I get. And I don't mean just on the map. I'm talking real driving time. Like, let's not kid ourselves with Google Maps kind of time. And here's the thing. We're not talking about specific neighborhoods today. I'm just talking about the towns themselves, what they're actually like, what it costs to live there, and what kind of lifestyle that you're actually signing up for. And stick around because later on, I'm going to tell you about the one town that people always overlook when they're trying to be near the beach. But honestly, it's one of my favorite options for a bunch of reasons. I'm Deneen, your go-to concierge realtor here in Charleston, South Carolina, and the surrounding Low Country. As the Southern Living Yankee, I love helping people just like you buy and sell homes in the Charleston area. I specialize in helping people relocate to Charleston from out of state because I've been there and I've done it myself. I understand how exciting but still overwhelming a big move can be. But that's why I'm here, to help you every step of the way. With my local insights and honest advice, I ensure your real estate journey is smooth and successful. If you're ready to make a move and you want a personalized, hands-on experience, reach out today. You can send me a text, shoot me an email, or even pick up the phone and call. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and tap the notification bell so you can stay up to date on all things Charleston and Low Country living. Let's start with Mount Pleasant. Now, if you've done any research at all about Charleston, you've probably heard of it. And yeah, it's got the reputation. Big homes, great schools, pretty oak-lined streets. It checks a lot of boxes. But here's what you really need to know. It's convenient, like 10 to 15 minutes to either Isle of Palms or Sullivan's Island kind of convenient. And there is a ton of shopping, dining, and parks. So you're not always having to head into the city, but it's pricey. You're going to pay for that convenience. This is definitely one of the higher price points that's located near the beach. And while it's beautiful and bustling, it's definitely not where you go for peace and quiet. Mount Pleasant is like the social butterfly of the Charleston area. It's busy, it's active, and honestly, it's a little competitive. But if you want access to the beach and a polished suburban vibe, it delivers. Next up is James Island. This one's got a more laid-back feel. It's a little quirky, a little artsy, and a lot of local flavor. And it's so close to Folly Beach. Like, you could make it from your driveway to sand in your shoes in under 15 minutes. But here's what I love. James Island still feels like its own place. It's not just a bedroom community for downtown Charleston. You've got breweries, you've got marsh views, and you've got this local charm that's really hard to replicate. Now, the price tag, it's still not cheap, but it is less than Mount Pleasant, and you're going to find a wider range of home types, from mid-century ranches to some newer builds that are tucked behind live oaks. But just be warned, traffic in and out during peak times can be a little annoying. There's basically one main road in and out, and it tends to bottleneck. But if you're okay with that, James Island is super underrated. Then there's West Ashley. And yes, I know, technically it doesn't scream beach town, but hear me out. If you're in the right part of West Ashley, you can still hit Folly Beach in about 25 to 30 minutes, and you are super close to downtown. West Ashley is big, so where you land really matters. The outer edges are more suburban, and you're going to get more bang for your buck in terms of house size and yard. But the closer you are to the bridges and the peninsula, the more expensive and the older the homes tend to be. What's really great is that it's a solid middle ground. You're not going to pay Mount Pleasant prices, and you're not sacrificing lifestyle either. Plus, it's got this really cool mix of Charleston charm and newer retail spots. It's not the flashiest place, but it is dependable, and sometimes that's exactly what you want. Now we have Folly Beach. It's one of the most recognizable spots around here. And while most people think of it as a place to visit, a few people do live there full time. And I do mean a few, because homes here are limited, expensive, and often used as vacation rentals. But if you can swing it and you want to literally live at the beach, it's a dream. The vibe on Folly is super chill. Think surfer town, dive bars, lots of golf carts, but keep in mind you're on an island, which means that you're going to have limited access in and out. If there's an accident on the causeway or if there's a summer weekend traffic jam, you're not going to be getting off the island anytime soon. Folly isn't for everyone, but if you love the idea of walking to the beach with your coffee every morning, it might just be worth the trade-off. Daniel Island is another option that people bring up when they're talking about the Charleston area living. It's definitely a planned community feel with neighborhoods that look like they are out of a magazine. And they have amenities for days. It's not right on the ocean, but you're still within about 30 minutes of the beach. The appeal here is lifestyle. You have bike paths, parks, events, and the homes. Oh my gosh, they're gorgeous. But you're gonna pay for it. This is one of the pricier options on the list, and it does feel a little more polished and curated. Some people love that, but others might want something a little less master planned. It really depends on your vibe. But if you want to be near the water and live somewhere that feels like its own town, Daniel Island checks a lot of the boxes. Now let's talk about Goose Creek. Okay, I know this one might seem like a stretch, but stay with me. There are parts of Goose Creek that are about 30 minutes from the beach if you take the back roads and if you time it right. The thing is, Goose Creek gives you way more house for your money. It's not a tourist town, it is a real community. Families, military, long-timers. It's not flashy, but it's solid. The traffic getting to the beach can be a pain sometimes, but if you're okay with planning ahead and you want a backyard that is big enough to actually have people over, it's a good option. And the prices here are some of the most affordable in the greater Charleston area. And okay, here's the town I teased at the beginning, the one that people forget about. It's North Charleston. Now hang on, I know what you're thinking. Isn't that most industrial or the airport? And parts of it are, yes, but North Charleston is huge. And some areas, especially the ones closer to Park Circle and the riverfront, are super cool. You've got local restaurants, music spots, breweries, and a ton of character. And you're only about 20 to 30 minutes from Folly, Sullivan's Island, or Isle of Palms, depending on the traffic. It's not a beach town, but it is a lifestyle town. It's more affordable than Mount Pleasant, it's more unique than West Ashley, and it's changing fast. If you want to be ahead of the curve, this is a spot to keep your eye on. So, where does that leave us? If you want to live within 30 minutes of the beach, yes, you are probably going to pay more. The closer you are to the sand, the higher price tag. Mount Pleasant and Daniel Island are on the high end. James Island and West Ashley give you more of a balance. And then you have North Charleston and Goose Creek, which both give you affordability with just a little bit more of a drive. And that brings us back to the open loop that I started with. So what is the best place to live if you want to be close to the beach, but still not lose your mind or your wallet? Well, here's the truth. It depends on your priorities. Do you want the beach to be at your doorstep, or are you okay with driving 25 minutes if it means it gets you a bigger home and a lower mortgage? Or are you after charm and character, or do you want everything shiny and new? That's why I always say, don't just look at the map. Think about what your daily life will actually look like, because where you live, it's not just a place, it's how you live. And if you want help figuring that out, I'm your girl. Make sure to watch this video where I talk about the best beaches in the Charleston area. I'm Deneen, your go-to concierge realtor here in Charleston, South Carolina, and the surrounding Lowcountry. As the Southern Living Yankee, I love helping people just like you buy and sell homes in the Charleston area. I specialize in helping people relocate to Charleston from out of state because I've been there and I've done it myself. I understand how exciting, but still overwhelming a big move can be. But that's why I'm here, to help you every step of the way. With my local insights and honest advice, I assure your real estate journey is smooth and successful. If you're ready to make a move and you want a personalized, hands-on experience, reach out today. You can either send me a text, shoot me an email, or even pick up the phone and call. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and tap the notification bell so you can stay up to date on all things Charleston and Low Country living. Thank you so much for joining me. So long for today.